Okay, so this video is about how to replace a chain on your chainsaw, and I just did a video on how to sharpen your chain with the electric chainsaw sharpener, so we're going to change out that new chain with the old chain. Essentially this tool usually comes attached to your chainsaw somewhere, you just have to get it, fits the nuts and bolts and different things with your chainsaw, but you need to start off by taking these two bolts off, and this is a Pull-In Pro, but I think they're all pretty similar. Then you remove this plate, and then essentially this bar can move backwards, so you move it backwards, and ooh, that is quite a bend. And then you can work your chain off from there, and then pull it off the back. So that's the old one, and keep make sure the teeth of your chain are pointed forward. And let's get the new one. So the new one, there we got the teeth pointing forward. So I'm just gonna do the opposite. Put it on the back, drape it over the top up here, and you gotta make sure it all sits in that track nice. And I like to do it horizontally like this because I think it's easier. It seems easier for me because once you get the top in the track, then you can just pull the bar out and it'll get the rest of it tight. And then once you got it tight, then you put this plate back on. And you can fine-tune the tightness, but just make sure that's pulled pretty tight. And make sure that plate is up snug against it. Pull the bar tight. Now you can put your nuts back on. And after you get these nuts on, you can do a fine-tune adjustment to make sure the chain is not too tight, but not too loose also. I'll show you that in a second. So get these on. This tool comes in handy. Make sure to pull your bar out pretty tight. Now, that's actually almost where I want it. I do want it a little tighter, so I'm going to get this nut kind of tight. So you need to now, for the fine-tune adjustment, you need to loosen these nuts a little bit. Just a little bit. Now, make sure that bar is pulled out all the way. Now, there's a little screw on the face here. Now, if you turn it, depending on which way you turn it, it'll tighten that. Ooh, that's loose, and I don't want that. So make sure that bar is pulled out all the way. And then if you just screw that screw, that'll give you a fine-tuned adjustment. Now, that's too tight. I want it to where those bottom gears are just, so you can just kind of see them. They're still hanging on when I pull it mid-span. They're not coming all the way out, so maybe a little tighter. You just have to experiment which way to tighten. For me, it's clockwise is tightening it. So that's a little too tight, and you might have to adjust this after you get your chainsaw running. But okay, that'll be about it. So then once you got it where you want it, tighten these down good and tight, and you should be done.